Hey, what's up, stock compounders? Brad here. So today I want to talk about insider ownership, and particularly insider buying and selling. So this website was brought to my attention by one of my subscribers. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one. But if it was you, let us know in the comments. I want to give you a shout out. So this is a website that essentially pulls filings from the SEC website based on insider activity, okay? And it organizes it nicely so that we can, search specific companies. If you go to the home page here, right off the bat here, it's searching by cluster activity. So this is the latest cluster buys. So that's where two or more insiders have been buying stock in the company that they're linked to. So you can see the insider titles here, director, but let's take a look at a specific example. And this is a company that Phil Town bought recently, Armada Hoffler Properties. It's a REIT. And you can see, one of the reasons Phil Town gave for liking this company was that there's been significant insider buying recently. And you can see that here. You can see the trade date. You can see which insider has been doing the buying, purchase. You can see how many shares they've been buying compared to how much they owned. So that's a really important number. What's the percentage change in their ownership of equity? And in Chris Meyer's book, 100 Baggers, Stocks That Return 100 to 1 and How to Find Them, one thing he found about great investments, these 100 baggers, is that there tends to be significant insider ownership, right? It's an owner-operator business. The operators of the business have skin in the game in terms of owning equity, okay? So there's a synergy, or they're equally incentivized to kind of transfer the rewards from the business to the equity holders because they themselves are equity holders. So I just think it's a really interesting website. And I want to note, there's a lot of reasons that an insider might be selling their stock. There's a lot of reasons people might just need to generate cash, right? But there's really only one reason an insider would be buying stock, okay? And that's, they have a bullish thesis on the company. And what better person to know the business and know if there may be potential upside than an insider, someone who's intimately involved with the workings of the business. Of course, keep in mind that just because an insider is buying doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a great investment. We've seen a lot of companies buying back stock when the price isn't very favorable compared to value. So insiders aren't necessarily skilled at knowing how to value businesses, okay? They're running the business. But it's an interesting data point, particularly, for smaller companies, for spinoffs. If there's been a recent spinoff and you've got insiders that are buying into that spinoff, that could be an interesting indication that there's potential upside in that spinoff. That might be a great way to filter spinoffs to ones that you actually want to pay more attention to. What's the insider ownership and recent insider activity for that spinoff? So it's a fascinating site. It's a rabbit hole. I'm sure you could spend hours and hours on this website. I think I might be using this as part of, every quarter I'm buying Magic Formula stocks. And one of the screens I have for narrowing down those Magic Formula stocks from 50 down to 5 is insider ownership. And so I might find a way to incorporate some of this insider buying activity into that insider ownership metric. But like I said, it's a useful data point, what insiders are doing. And I think it can be a useful part of kind of analyzing investment opportunities. So I'm excited to have found this. Tinker around with it. Let me know what you think of it. I'm sure there's a lot of ways to slice and dice the data here that I'm not even aware of. I haven't spent too much time with this site yet, but I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention and see what you guys think of it. And if there's any other websites for insider ownership or insider activity recently that you guys use to inform your investment decisions, please let us know down in the comments so we can, together compile the best resources for this kind of data collection. All right, guys, that's all I got. Just wanted to bring Open Insider to your attention, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.